and J.J. Watt. Well, how is everyone doing? This is kind of a reunion of the past and future of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Well, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we're just guys. You got to understand.
Yeah, these are true legends here.
These are the guys that are getting it done. These are the guys that, I tell you what, and we were talking about this earlier, JJ and John. And, I mean, there's been some good teams, particularly obviously in the 90s, the 3 Rose Bowl teams. But the chemistry of this team is something special. You guys know it better than anyone. You guys talked a little bit about that, the bonds that you guys have created this year.
You know, I think we all really care about each other, and we have a great group of guys, and I think we really learned about the past and learned from the past and kind of tried to carry that forward and keep younger guys in line and make sure older guys are responsible. And I think everyone knows their place and everyone knows you know, where they belong and what their job is, and I think that chemistry kind of all ties in with that.
I think the biggest thing is everybody's bought in, and they bought into the program, they bought into the workout plan, they bought into what we're trying to do. And here at Wisconsin, we're all about doing things the right way, and that's really what people have been doing this year in the off season all the way up through the whole season, and we're just really focused on winning championships.
Tell me this though, it seemed like that there was a turning point when this all came together. And I guess it was the Ohio State game. Was there one inspiration or something that brought it? And when you build, from my experiences, chemistry it's like a snowball. It just it's growing. Then you guys came out in that game and decided, hey, put your stake in the ground and make it. This is our team. And there was there was an unbelievable performance, but then there was a mental toughness that came from that. And then you go into Iowa and persevered through that game, and it was like unbelievable what happened. And it was almost like, you know, Monty Ball's run was a microcosm of everything.
And Tark, you can even go back and you guys can talk about this, is Arizona State. Shelton Johnson, I mean, a young guy making a play on special teams, and then Jay Belay, a defensive leader, you know, obviously blocking the extra point. I mean, where did it click along the way, or could you point to a particular game
moment?
I think there were some bumps in the road early, for sure. And you have Arizona State where we stumbled a little bit, and people said we should have beat San Jose State by a little bit more. And, I think honestly Michigan State was the turning point for us on the season. We all came to that locker room after the game and kind of looked around, and we knew we could go 2 directions. We could either go up or we could let it beat us again. And at that moment, everybody just kind of looked around and said, okay, it's time to go. And we all came in that next week and worked our tails off, and then obviously snowballed into Michigan State, or into Ohio State, and into Iowa, and now here we are.
You know, it's really interesting that you say that, because we've talked about that, and we've pinpointed that game where we thought maybe that lost. And, you know, you guys hear Coach speak all the time, but you can take so many things away from a loss, in a particular game like that. And going way back to the 93 season when we lost to Minnesota from the Metrodome, you know, Darrell Bevel threw 5 touchdowns. He also threw a lot of interceptions as well. We lose to a Minnesota team we should have never lost to. But after that game, exactly what JJ was talking about, I mean, we went right back to work, worked harder than ever in that week of practice. And, you know, it really was a turning point for us. And that's really impressive you say that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you need that spark. And I think we need that spark, and to say, I can only speak offensively, and say we got to make plays and plays win games and move from there. And I think I totally agree with Michigan State being a big turning point.
Now, you guys are both awarded all Big Ten consensus. You know, and JJ, we were talking earlier that, you know, we of course are biased, but we would have voted for you Defensive Player of the Year. I have not seen, except, and I said this earlier, maybe Dominican Sue last year in the Big 12 championship, a defensive lineman dominated a game like you did against Northwestern. I mean, the next thing I was expecting is for you to be an offense and running for a touchdown. I mean, you're putting up points on the board playing DN, and it's a great. I mean, it essentially sums up what the season you had. It's a testament to you, and, you know, congratulations to you both. Now, do you guys get wrapped up in a lot of the awards, or you know, do you think maybe some guys got cheated, or other guys on the team, or anything like that?
They're all about the awards.
I'm completely wrapped up in them. I'm waiting for my trophy. I'm going to carry it around. I'm going to make a necklace out of it.
He's got his jersey on the back, all Big Ten coaches and media.
You can't forget the coaches and media. That's really important.
Very careful.
Media.
You got a media guy.
Yeah, we got a media guy over here.
Yeah.
Media is very important to him. That media award is very important.
The media definitely knows what I do.
as I'm being kind of shouldered out by everyone.
Are you tweeting right now?
Yeah.
What you're doing? Are you tweeting?
I'm also on the internet blogging. I'm trying to hit every wave I can.
JJ's Facebook, he can no longer have his own Facebook page because he went over 5,000 friends, Facebook friends, right? So now we have to have a fan page.
What are you more proud of? Winning the Rose Bowl or being a reality TV star?
No. Wow. That was a low blow.
How many flowers did you give that girl?
This is getting on.
How many career sacks do you have?
I have no idea. Not as many as you. I know.
Oh my God! Yeah, that boy, JJ. That boy.
I'll be reminded of that one for quite a while.
All right, can you guess how old John Moffitt is?
33.
Gee, no.
33. How old do you think I am?
47.
How old do you think Igor is?
80.
I want to say personally that him and I are not from the same place, and I don't associate myself
Oh my
with
God.
Tarek Saleh in any way, shape, or
You
form.
got the Connecticut.
Well, Tarek, he reminds me almost every show how many career sacks he had, how many TFLs. He throws Tom Burke out of the equation somehow.
Oh God.
I was wondering where Tom Burke fit in this equation.
Well, I told him he can no longer wear the 42 Badger red. Now you have an excuse. You're doing functions, and you got the Columbia jacket over it, but he does have the 99 on.
God.
I banned Tarek from wearing his to the radio show. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah, I wore mine for 10 years straight, everywhere I went. And, finally through therapy, intervention, I was able to take my jersey off. I'm proud of you, man. Keep wearing that jersey.
I would plan to.
So what's your guys' before this gets a little bit, like as JJ said, too crazy, what's your guys' schedule right now? What's the plan, the bowl practice plan, and when you guys leave and so on and so forth?
We've been off the last couple of days with just lifting. We had lifting on Tuesday. We got lifting tomorrow. And then the younger guys get a lot of practice during this time. But we start practice again on Sunday for us. And then we really start to practice pretty heavily because I believe if we do indeed go to the Rose Bowl, we'll be leaving on Christmas. So we're going to practice heavily up to that. And once we find our opponent, do a lot of film study.
I want JJ to tell a little bit about his schedule today, about what he participated in.
And talk about your foundation.
Talk about your foundation and just some of the things that you're doing.
And then Moff can tell his daily routine.
Hold on.
I couldn't say it over the air. I couldn't tell you what I do.
He's 80 years old and he's from Connecticut. That's all we need to know. JJ, please speak.
Yeah. Well, today we our punter Ryan Wickesburg set up a real big bone marrow drive that a lot of our players have been participating in. So I was over at the college library collecting donations for the bone marrow drive, and then after this I'm heading over with Aaron Henry. We're doing an AIDS awareness event, so we're going to do that. And then there's a bunch of little toys for tots, those types of things, and booking it with Bucky, a bunch of stuff that we do in the community. And then my foundation, the J.J. Watt Foundation, is set up to bring money in to help raise funds for after-school athletics programs in the Madison area, and it's also going to bring money in so that we can transport kids from children's hospitals to Badger practices, Packer practices, bus practices, because we've seen what the Make-A-Wish Foundation can do, and so I kind of want to do that on a more local level for kids in our communities, because it's an unbelievable tool that we have, and I'm trying to get it started as soon as possible because the Wisconsin Badgers have such a great following. We have so many great fans that I feel like this is a great resource if we can tap into it now.
Well, that basically sums it up. And
then you got homework to do too, right?
Yeah, I have an 8-page paper tonight to do. It's due tomorrow. So.
Mary Schill, are you out there? We need you.
I arranged this meeting here so that some of your goodwill and good work and brains would rub off on my older brother, John. But we'll work on it some more.
It's been an honor coming on this radio show with JJ Watt. I really look phenomenal. So
yeah, that's all right, John.
Well, you know what? In all seriousness, Tarek and I, and all alumni, we're all. You guys know this. It's a brotherhood. It's all a family, and we really appreciate what you guys have done. It's been a decade. We badly needed it to get back, and the conference as a whole showed the nation where we're at, and it's Big Ten football is back, and we really appreciate it.
There's a lot of pride, man.
Absolutely, there's a ton of pride, and we really appreciate it. And enjoy this time. Obviously, you guys are, and I know John is. JD's got a full schedule, but enjoy it. The trip will be amazing. Tarek and I had a blast out there, and I'm sure Coach B, has taken some tips from Coach Alvarez and how to handle that. And you guys, I'm sure, will have a lot of freedom and have a lot of things to do and experience.
And we'll be out there rooting for you.
Absolutely. We'll be,
working hard.
Yeah, and then maybe someday in the future you guys will come back as a fan and spectator and alumni and have a little fun and not be out there. Tarek and I would love to be out there. We're at the point where it's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's great to be out there as a spectator, but you guys, relish the moment, enjoy it, and thanks again.
JJ, we're so proud of you. John, what happened to you?
My biggest problem with football was the change to leather helmets, from leather helmets to it. It's been a tough aspect of my game, but
you overcome it. That's the way
How did we ever get you off the Grizzly Adams television show?
Well, I couldn't shave the beard because everything was going so well. I had like a superstition. Then I finally shaved it like right after the game. It was disgusting. And but I woke up at 1 o'clock today, so.
You're asking a lot right now.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
You know what? We better get them off the air soon before there's too much information given. So,
that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you coming on, and good luck out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was J.J. Watt and John